What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and in this video I'm just going to be discussing the FEH channel we had today for the 4th anniversary of FEH. In my opinion, this is the best FEH anniversary we have ever gotten. The reason being is that usually there is some kind of curveball, but this time I think that the overall reception was really positive. So of course we do have the login bonuses on the 4th anniversary, which is really good. We're also getting some other, currencies like dragon flowers and stuff. This should definitely be more. I feel like 44 isn't really all that enough. Dragon flowers are just super rare. Yeah, we basically got 44 of each. We are also getting the Forma soul, as I did talk about it in a video earlier. It was data mined that we were about to get a Forma soul, and this is one of a kind of an opportunity because this is a paid item which is given to you for free. So you could basically have any kind of 5-star unit from Hall of Forms with a fully decked out build. So that is pretty amazing. It's quite ironic that they're showing Kyria here when we cannot even get her using this Forma soul. They have just the old footage, I guess. But I'm going to be talking about the Forma soul more in another video. But basically, the Forma soul is going to be a really good reward for the 4th anniversary. Definitely something we didn't see that coming. And we also have some summoning tickets. Heroic grails more are always going to be nice, and the summoning ticket is going to be for the Hero Fest banner that we have this time around. So the Hero Fest is pretty much half same as earlier with Duo Alphonse and Sothis. I kind of wish they changed Sothis for maybe someone else, like Fallen Ike perhaps. That would have been pretty sick, because I feel like Ike is definitely much more popular than Sothis. But still, I guess Sothis is really recognizable for many people. So I guess it does make sense but why they have it here, because this Hero Fest is also available to like the new players always whenever they start up the game. But still, I think that Fallen Ike would have been a really good choice here. Shinon and Shamir also have some really good fodder. So overall, a pretty good Hero Fest banner. And we do have the Grand Hero Party, so we're going to be getting a lot of Grand Hero battles basically. I know many people are going to be liking getting Calic and Petrine because they are really popular merge projects. Same goes for Nemesis too, I guess. And then we have, as per usual, the free special summon, which pretty much makes everyone salty because we're never able to get the unit which we wanted because it's completely random. But this time around, this unit selection is really good. So of course you get the stone colors at random, and any 5-star unit you get out of this is also completely random. So in my opinion, the lowest risk color is basically colorless stone, because I guess the only dud unit which a lot of people might consider is probably like Summer Dorothea, because she doesn't have a preferred weapon, just has a vanilla dance, or maybe Zane. But even then, they are still pretty good units because of their stat spread. Dorothea does have high attack stat, does have own attack 4. Zane does have a pretty unique niche here. So colorless is pretty low risk in my opinion. You're bound to get something good from colorless. Same goes for like green for the most part. Green also has some really good units here. There are of course 4-star focus units like Sylvain also present here. So it could be annoying for some people, but green is also really solid. Red is a bit high risk, high reward. I say high reward because it has some really insane units like Duo Sigurd, Winter Altina, Duo Byleth, and even Young Shida, I guess, could be really nice for her niche. So it is pretty good. And there is some rare fodder here as well in Odd Pulse Tie on Oboro, and also Slick Fighter on Degensi. But you do have the chances of getting like maybe Kaden or like Zhark or Conrad. So that could be annoying for many people, or even Mini Marth if you already have him. So I feel like colorless is the least risky one, so try to go for that. But again, the stones which you get are random. I think the blue pool isn't really all that good, honestly. I mean, Neo Veluria is pretty nice, but yeah, for the most part, it doesn't have the best fodder or the best units. So I would consider blue the weakest color here. Let me know in the comments if you've already summoned which unit you got here. I'm basically going to be focusing on colorless or red color, like I said. We also do have Hero Rises event. I thought because they were giving away, I thought a Hero Rises would not happen, but I was wrong, and I'm really glad I was wrong, because a Hero Rises just means that we get another 5-star unit for free. So this is going to be having the same method as last year, where you basically have to vote for a hero on their website, and the top 8 heroes basically deck it out in a voting gauntlet, and out of that voting gauntlet, the unit who wins gets the first position basically, is given to every player for free. So last time it was Altina, and this time let's see who it ends up being. Now they've actually made a really good change, which I'm a big fan of. So basically the top 4 heroes from the voting gauntlet will appear as focus units on a banner, and this banner will have a spark system, so you could definitely get some really strong units. Now one thing which I do dislike a bit is that this is like top 4 heroes from the voting gauntlet and not from the rankings, if it makes sense. So voting gauntlet with its multipliers could make things a bit unpredictable for many people, but still this is a really good mechanic that they have put. Last time also many people had the suggestion because many people did want to have like duo alphons and stuff like that. So this is a really good change. I really love this because you can easily get strong units here. So this is a really good change, especially if the unit which you wanted the voting gauntlet to be won by didn't win it. And we do have the Valentine banner, but the trailer is going to be coming out in like few hours. So I think I'll make a first impression video after that because we'll see the weapons and stuff. But yeah, I really was not expecting this banner. We can also use the summoning tickets here, 5 summoning tickets for this and 10 summoning tickets I believe for the Hero Fest banner. So that is pretty sick. And we do have Hero Merit cap increased to 7,000. As you guys know, I do Hero Merit farm quite a bit. The best way of doing that is by using rival domains or even forging bonds. Tempest Trial is also a pretty decent option, but rival domains is basically the best one where you could easily auto battle. So 7,000 hero merit is really good. If you're low on feathers, this is basically the way of farming it, farming the feathers. And we also have something which I did kind of expect because a couple of weeks back in a data mine, there was basically a dialogue text between 2 summoners. And the question did arise, are we going to be getting customizable summoners? And it seems like that is indeed the case. So we cannot fully customize them. They have pretty much given us the presets, so have to pick one of these. I wish they did have, you know, fully customizable summoners. That would have been extremely good, in my opinion. We can also customize our message, which we say in other people's castle. Now, we can actually have the summoner as a playable unit in Mjolnir Strike, as they tell us later on. And we can basically have any kind of skill on the summoner. So they have actually changed a bit of Mjolnir Strike. As you can see, the map size is a bit bigger. It's kind of equal to what we have in like Grand Conquest and stuff. And as you can see, this Kirin has got like absolutely insane skills. You can basically copy any kind of skill that you have on a unit in your barracks, which is really good. And there's absolutely no penalty or any like currency attached to it, which is what I like, honestly. So this was a really good change, but unfortunately we could only use Summoner in Mjolnir Strike, and I don't really consider Mjolnir Strike as a very hard mode. It's kind of pay to win with its mythic heroes because you need to have the mythic merges for that game mode basically. He's a colorless tome, pretty sick to have Braidablick as his weapon. I am really enjoying this, honestly. But slowly maybe we can have Summoner playable in other game modes and stuff like that. That would be definitely pretty nice. I mean, maybe you could deploy him in like PvE modes like Abyssal maps or maybe like Training Tower and stuff. Would make sense to me. Maybe not in like Ether Raids or Arena, I guess. But still, pretty good change overall. And we also have some updates to the summoning. So basically the legendary units, a lot of the older legendary units were kind of like, you know, Thanos snapped out of the existence. They were just in a limbo where they were not announced when they'll get a rerun, and they have basically tried to remedy the fact that there are just too many legendary units. It's just getting very oversaturated. So what they have is a legendary hero remix, which I guess is going to be happening every month at start, around like 10th or 11th every month. The 2 free-to-play units, which I used to use a lot back in the days, are getting some changes. So Radiant Ether 2. So at start of turn 1, this basically gives you -2 special cooldown, which makes Radiant Ether a 2-turn special. And because of his base kit having a warding breath, he can instantly retaliate back with Radiant Ether on the first enemy every single map. And this can be really good for stuff like Tempest Trial, and in general this is a really good thing for like Abyssal content and stuff. He's also getting Joint Drive Res, which is pretty amazing. So what they are doing is basically that you can learn these skills further So you don't really have to give up on anything. They're just going to be having this. I didn't really think they would do something like this ever. But this is like so amazing. I'm so excited to use like Legendary Ike again in my free-to-play guides. So Radiant Ether 2 getting the job done. Can definitely be pretty nice in like Tempest Trial and stuff. And then we have free-to-play goddess Fjorm with Ice Mirror 2. So they have changed Ice Mirror quite a bit. Before it used to boost the damage by the amount of damage you have like absorbed, reduced, and now it actually does damage based on a resistance. So this is basically a weaker version of Iceberg built into this defensive special. So it also helps you defensively, and with extra damage it can also help you offensively. And this is really good because you have control over this. You could stack up resistance on Fjorm, and I'm a big fan of skills where you can have the control. And many times, like while making free-to-play guides, there were moments that the opponent would not do that much damage to my Fjorm, but I would like to do more damage to them so that I could take them out. And this basically helps me do that. So Ice Mirror 2 is definitely pretty good. I guess a small nitpick is that this could have been similar to negating Fang, where it's also working on melee range unit, but it only works on range units here. She's also going to be getting Attack Defense Unity, which is a premium skill. Unity skills are absolutely amazing because debuffs are just so common, and Attack Defense Unity works really well with Fjorm because she doesn't really hit the hardest. So Ice Mirror and Attack Defense Unity basically try to fix that. So I really like how they have done changes to these. I'm just so excited to use like Fjorm again. These new skills are definitely going to be making quite a bit of difference here, especially on Fjorm. So the 5-star focus rate is going to be 6% here, and we can actually spark on this banner as well, which is again really good. They should have spark on every single banner in my opinion. Legendary, seasonal, every single banner. So this is really good, and this is going to be happening on 11th February. And I guess the only other thing which I would like to complain about is the fact that they're not going to be having like entire changes applied on these legendary unit preferred skills at the same time. We're going to be getting them slowly, as they have told in the in-game announcement board. So this banner does feature like legendary Hector as well. So maybe Ostia's Pulse maybe next month gets a change, but I would have liked if they just made a mass change to all of these legendary units. That would have been really good. But yeah, more on the summoning changes. We do have a 4-star special rate. So this is a 4-star special rate, but it's basically another 5-star rate. This is really good. It doesn't really hurt that much. So basically what you can have is have these, you know, older Gen 1 and Gen 2 units show up from their separate summoning rate, and they can be a 5-star unit here. So you summon them as 4-star and then a star drops. I really love the background here, the Starry Night type of background. So basically this is what happens, and there are just so many Gen 1 and Gen 2 units here. The 4-star special rate, as you can see, is a completely different one. It doesn't really affect the 5-star focus rate. So you're not really going to be getting pity broken by these units essentially. So this doesn't really hurt, honestly. Now, this doesn't really mean that it's going to be easier for you to plus and merge any of these units, because your total chances of getting a specific unit here is like 0.4%, which is really low. For plus and merging many of the 3-star, 4-star demote, it takes you months and months. So for plus and merging any of these units, you need to have like incredible luck, or you need to spend a lot of orbs or wait a lot of time until you get lucky and eventually summon these units. So these units are really good. I'm surprised that they have also put Brave Hector there. Absolute monster. Brave Ike there as well. And Original Hector and Takumi are also right there. So close counter and distant counter in a sense demoted. But it's not going to be that easy to summon these units. Of course, whenever you summon them, it's going to be a nice surprise because you don't really have to upgrade them using your feathers or anything like that. It's just a 5-star unit that you get. So this doesn't really hurt anyone, but still a pretty good change to the summoning in this FEH channel. Basically make it the best FEH Anniversary in my opinion. So this 4-star special rate will be applied on 4th Feb, and it is going to be applied from the Hero Fest banner, which is really good. It is also available on that Valentine banner, which is again really good. So that is basically the 4th anniversary, and in my opinion, like, this is the best one. because the summoning changes we have is pretty good. The preferred skills that they're doing the changes to is really good. I cannot wait for Legendary Lin to get something. Legendary Grima as well. Just give her something, please. Just update these skills. So it's good for the people who do have extra Fjorms. I guess they could fodder for attack defense unity. And the fact that we are getting a Forma Soul as well as a Hero Rises event, that is going to be sparkable, and that is going to be a focus banner, is extremely good. And Hero Merit Cap increase is also good. You know, Summoner changes and customization is always something that many people wanted. I mean, it's not only in its full glory with full customization, but still it's something in my opinion. I guess a few things that I kind of missed was that the fact that we didn't have any kind of Divine Code changes. Many people were like waiting for another part of Divine Code because we still haven't got any new line for the Divine Codes. Keep in mind, I'm talking about Divine Codes. I'm not talking about limited ephemera units. I'm talking about the Divine Codes, the yellow toilet papers, basically. So they didn't really introduce any kind of new paths for that. And there's no Choose Your Legends rerun. Many times in the Anniversary event, they do rerun these Choose Your Legends banners at a Hero Fest rate, but I guess not this time. Still, we do have Golden Week, I believe, so maybe they're saving it for that. Who really knows? But we'll have to see. I hope they can do the Divine Code changes, or like just introduce more paths that we could get the premium fodder from. Because the free units don't really have the best skills right now, so at least having something from the Divine Codes is going to be pretty good. And you know, just Choose Your Legends 4 rerun is going to be really good in general on a Hero Fest raid, because many people have been saving up their orbs to plus and merge their 3-house Lord, basically. But honestly, I'm really happy with this FEH channel. It was so good. All of these are really positive changes. So let me know in the comments what you think about this FEH channel and the 4th anniversary in general. What are your opinions on the summoning changes and the other changes to the legendary units and their preferred skills? I would love to know that. And I want to thank all of my YouTube members for their constant support. And if you enjoyed, then please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously. And be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as Legendary Lin's Laws of Sakai. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.